Hello Redskins fans. 2020 has been a strange year for all of us, but a few moments ago, a little bit of normalcy and luxury returned to our lives as the Redskins at the number 2 overall pick selected Chase Young out of Ohio State. We all knew this was coming. There were no surprises, no temptations to trade down. Chase Young is that good of a prospect. A unanimous All-American, an All-Big Ten, 30 and a half sacks in his career and his time at Ohio State. He is now the newest member of a front seven for Washington that's transitioning to a 4-3 this year under new defensive coordinator Jack Del Rio. And he'll be joining other first-rounders like Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, and Montez Sweat, not to mention Ryan Kerrigan, who enters the last year of his contract. There's no denying his prodigious talent, but what Chase Young can help bring to this team for new head coach Ron Rivera is a rebuilt identity, a sense that this Washington Redskins team is not one to be trifled with. And as part of a new 4-3 defensive front, this Redskins team is going to want to set the tone early with aggressive pass rush and shutting down running lanes against opposition offenses in 2020 once football finally returns. For Chase Young, he grew up in Maryland and turned 21 last week, so this is a nice homecoming for him, and it'll be interesting to see when he's actually allowed to join the team and visit the facilities and meet everyone. Don't think that'll be anytime soon given what's going on with the coronavirus, but once that finally happens, it's going to be really interesting to see how he fits in this organization. I think big things lie ahead for him. The Redskins haven't had a consensus All-Pro in years, and already before he's even played a single snap in the NFL, that's the kind of expectations that people have for Chase Young. It's important to temper those expectations a little bit, keep things realistic, and allow Chase Young to develop like any other rookie. Hopefully, though, he can be on a fast-track process because the Redskins do need that injection of blue-chip talent on the outside edge. Redskins Capital Connection's pre-draft podcast came out 2 days ago, and of course we'll have a post-draft podcast at the conclusion of the draft. You can find the Redskins Capital Connection podcast everywhere you get podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Home, and all of that type of thing. You can also use your home devices such as Google Homes and Alexa to play the Redskins Capital Connection podcast. Thanks for following. You can find me on Twitter at ChadwicoRCC, and you can find my podcast co-host Mark Phillips on Twitter at Redskins Review. Stay tuned.